I've asked who Anuska was a year ago, I would not have had a clue. But I'm resilient, I'm a survivor, I ain't a victim no more.
Resilience Rising podcast.
Hi everyone and welcome to Resilience Rising. It's a different episode this week, so we're not doing any guest speakers, although my friend Louise is here. Hi Louise.
Hiya.
And welcome to my podcast. So we're just going to cover a few different topics that, because I've faced quite a few things this week and feel a bit out of sorts, I thought I would get other people's opinions on what they think of some of my subjects that I've wrote down. So, yeah, let's get started. Here we go. So, what does family mean to you? For me, it means headache. And I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It means an headache. Because now I've started podcasting, one family member's got too much to say and wants to silence me. And one thing I won't be is silenced, because the reason I wanted to do this podcast was to give people a platform, especially those that are sitting at home thinking, I want to say my side, I want to say my side of the story. I've not had that platform to speak on, and all I can speak about is my truths. And if that doesn't sit right with some people, then that's their issue, it's not mine. So family for me means those times when you hit rock bottom and they're there. You know, like I went through a really bad illness and then I realised the family by blood, most of them I wouldn't choose as friends, let alone as family. It's sad to say, but that's my truth. So the family I created and my partner, that's my family for me. That's my stability. That's my place. That's my peace. That's the people who pick me up when I hit rock bottom. What does family mean to you, Louise?
My family, obviously, I haven't really got a lot of family left. So my family is just my kids and my auntie, really. Close bonds and being there for you, I'd say. Whereas part of my family, I've never been there, so I've had to do a lot on my own. So now I just rely on me and my children.
Sometimes that's the best way to be, isn't it? You know, and sorry, I know you've lost your mum and your dad, and that must be really difficult. And I have a lot of people saying to me as well, be grateful for your mum because they're not here forever.
Yeah.
Now, I get that. I really do get that, especially when I have friends like yourself that have lost theirs. And I constantly battle with being the better person. And I've got to stop fighting a losing battle now and just let it unfold the way it does. You know, it doesn't mean I don't love my mum. It doesn't mean I don't wish her well. And if anything were to happen to her, of course I would intervene. I'd be there. But at the same time, I've got to make sure I'm filling my cup and not thinking about hers, because we just don't get on. We're too similar. I'm not saying she's a bad person. We're just not the correct people for each other.
Just love her from afar, innit?
That's the one. It is. So then I've got other family members that won't help themselves. And that is, for me, is frustrating, because especially coming from addiction, an addiction past, and you know very well that you've got to save yourself. No one's coming to save you, and you have to want to save yourself. And I'm at a position at the minute with one of my daughters, and she's in limbo at the minute of what to do next. So it's quite difficult navigating that. As much as I can lead the horse to water, I can't make it drink it, as the saying goes. So yeah, it's been quite a trying week for me, because I'm forever shushed. And what I mean by that is, people will tell me I can't speak about this and I can't speak about that. Oh, I'm not being funny. I can speak about what the hell I want. If it's my truth, my story, my facts, I will share it if I want to, and I will not be stopped by nobody. So yeah, that's all I really want to say about family at the minute. Just in case you're watching, peace. And other topics I would like to cover today. Right, so I'm interested in this now. I don't know if it's a mother's instinct or it's just in me, but I'm a bit of a lunatic, I've noticed, because I'm interested to find out what people would do if there was a fight that broke out in front of them. And that fight, for example, I'm in a bus station. There's two lads, a bit rowdy, drinking, walking up and down. And then about 20 lads turn up from nowhere. So one of the lads had a bottle of cider. The two lads were a bit rowdy. And the other ones ran off. So these 20 lads set upon this one lad. And I'm just that kind of person that can't stand there and not intervene. And it happened to me on holiday, and I ended up doing the same thing again, stopping everyone from hitting this one lad, so much so that I was shoved to the floor and nearly arrested by Tunisia police for splitting up a fight, but that's crazy itself. I'm just wondering what other people would do if a fight unfolded in front of them. I don't know if it's my instincts, I'm being stupid, I think I'm bigger than I am, or it's just the mother in me, I'm not sure. What would you do, Lou?
Probably back in the day, I'd be first to jump in, but nowadays, no. I'd just have to walk by, because this day and age, you can't do it. You know, you probably end up coming out worse than what they are, you know.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I'd be the first one there.
That's me, and I've said now that I'm going to have to, excuse me, just turn the other way and walk off, because it served me not. I was literally petrified that I was going to get arrested by Tunisian police.
It's not that. You always end up coming off worse. And, you know, you've just got to think, well, walk on by, innit?
Yeah, but I kind of felt responsible for this lad that I got jumped, because he'd followed me to the pool where everyone was sat, all these young lads. I literally left for a minute and then it'd all gone Pete Tong, but don't even use that saying. But I'm just getting too old for it now. It's not my fight, it's not my business.
These days, you can't afford to.
No, I agree.
With what's going on in the world, you can't afford to do it.
I agree. So that covers that topic. And I'm just thinking, do you know, are people more, jumping subjects now, are people more wanting to text these days or answer the phone? Which one are you?
I'm a text person, me. I don't like answering phone. I don't like speaking on phones. I've got a lot better, but even if it's my family, I don't like speaking, so I'd rather text you, me.
Yeah, I totally get that, Louise. I really do, because I was that girl that would never, my phone would ring and the anxiety would shoot through my body, and I would literally make some excuse, and I'd be knocking the call off and then texting them saying, no, I can't ring because of this, I can't answer because of that.
It's me. If I answer it, I get tongue-tied and everything comes out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't even believe I'm doing this, but
I know,
you know
I'm
what I
proud
mean?
of you. I'm proud of you. But yeah, it is. It's that awkward pause, isn't it, as well? Like when you're on the phone, and especially if you're on the phone with someone you don't really know.
Or if you're on phone to like gas or electric or something like that, and you get all, you know. No,
I ain't got time for them calls.
I don't do it.
I've not got time for them.
I just don't. And if it's a number I don't know, I won't answer it.
Oh, I do now. I humour them by saying nothing, so I answer, and then I just let them say what they're about, and then I just put the phone down.
Yeah, because if they're not going to speak to you, then it's not important. So.
Yeah, but yeah, there's too many prank calls and hoax calls these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking, you know, like, I've got the confidence now. I'm voice noting more. I ain't got time to write everything. I write essays. I ain't got time for that. You know, so I'd rather voice note, and it seems to be working in my favour. So yeah, that's another topic covered.
Excuse me.
I also, now I've started podcasting, I find that, and the only way I can explain this is, do you know when you've been to a nightclub and the music's playing, then all of a sudden it stops, and you're outside the club and you've got that buzz in your head. That's how I feel when I'm online too much. And I can be constantly online and then I have to duck for a few days and just find my own peace. But I would hate to be a millennium, is that what you call them, a Gen Z, where you're brought up around phones and everything like that. It's just way too much for me. I just can't do it. I really can't do it. It's just too much. I get that, like, when I've done the podcast and then I'm promoting it and then answering people's voice notes, and I appreciate people responding and stuff like that. But sometimes my head just gets too busy that I have to just put the phone down and have some time out on my own, away from the phone. And I find, yeah, it really helps. I think there's a happy medium there. Absolutely. And what else have I got wrote down? Oh, that's a good one. Would you allow your destiny to be held in someone else's hands? That could mean your future, something you're passionate about, something you really want to do but could get took away from you at any time. You know, that scares me, you know, like, because if I do something, I put 100% into it and I want to keep 100% going. I probably put a bit too much pressure on myself, to be honest. What are you like with that, Louise? Like,
I'm my own person, me. I've done everything on my own from being 14-year-old, so I just do me. Don't let anybody do me. I'm me. Do you know what I mean? I do everything myself.
I love that.
Because I've only got myself and my kids, so I'm me.
Yeah, no, I love that. Don't get me wrong, I like when people help me. I really do appreciate people's help and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a control thing, to be honest. I think I'm more of a control freak in that way.
I like to do things myself. If I need help now, I will ask people, whereas back in the day, no, I kept everything inside, did everything myself. But I will ask for help now, but I'll do it my own way first if I can.
Yeah, it can be difficult though, can't it? If you're at that point of pity, you're on your pity pot,
Yeah.
as they say. And it's very difficult when you're vulnerable to ask for help as well, isn't it? I really do. Remember the days where I couldn't even ask someone for a cigarette. I'd be feeling so sorry for myself. I just couldn't even bring myself to them words. And now I'm so cheeky. I'll ask for anything, me. You know, to a certain extent, obviously. But I absolutely socks off for strangers any day. You know, it's not that. But if you're in your head and you're feeling a certain type of way, it's very difficult to reach out, ask for help and stuff like that.
When you've always done it on your own as well, it is very hard to ask for help. You know what I mean? So being on your own all the time and doing it by yourself, you find it harder to ask anybody to help you. You know what I mean? You'd rather do it yourself.
Yeah, I think I can relate to that from my mum being a single parent. I think she just got on with it, and she's got her pride gets in the way too much, and she just gets on with it. But I admire that as well.
Yeah.
I really do admire that. But I think it's never a burden. It's always a pleasure if someone asks you for help. It really is.
Yeah.
I love it,
Yeah.
mate. Like if someone, when I got cancer and people was asking me questions that they just wouldn't ask because of the areas it was in,
Yeah.
I had no problem helping them by saying, you know, what to look out for and what works for me, or what I spotted doesn't necessarily mean is going to be the same symptoms in that person.
Yeah, things like that. It's a good thing, innit? You know, if you can help people out like that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to end on this one. Is music your therapy? Because I truly believe music has got me through some of the hardest times of my life. And I have certain songs. I remember going through domestic violence. Quite funny now, actually, thinking about not the domestic violence, but the story I'm about to tell. I remember going through domestic violence, so it would be around the time Christina Aguilera's album was hot property. God, yeah, that's when they made CDs. Do you remember that? The moment they made the CDs? Well, anyway, I bought this CD and it was, oh God, what was it called? I don't know what it was called now, but it had Christina Aguilera's Fighter on, The Voice Within, Beautiful, and another one that was really good on it, but I forgot. That's how good it was. But that album absolutely got me through. I think the strength in music, like the empowering ones and stuff like that, are just like. I had a friend who put a video on with the background, "This Is Me," and what a song that is from the musical The Greatest Showman. I never forgot the name of it. And what a great film! Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, and I think there's beauty in that because that's pulled her through. And that, like I said, that album, the point I was making about that album was that got me through. And even when I come out to here on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I put these songs on and I'm like, right, let's go, come on. And it just gives me that, let's go. And I remember the police got involved, obviously, because I was in a DV relationship. And me and this policewoman having a phone conversation about going seeing her in concert, and I was fuming because I wanted to go see her. Like, I don't need to hear this, but yeah, we bonded. I never bonded with police in my life until we bonded over Christina Aguilera, which is so crazy now looking back. But yeah, I know when I'm in a good place because my headphones are glued to my neck or they're on my head. And I just love music. It is absolutely my therapy. And we connect lots on music, don't we, Louise?
Yeah, we do, yeah. We always have.
Yeah, it goes further back than just what's about now. Like, even now, like when I walk my dog, I will go out and I will dance and sing because I'm off road. And even if I'm on road, I don't care. But I bet when people are driving past, I look like some lunatic.
I do it. I go to the garage, I've got my earphones on and I'm singing away. They're all looking at me like I'm loony. But I don't care.
No, I don't. You dance like no one's watching, and I sing like no one can hear me. And when I can hear me, I know it's not a great sign, but I don't care. That's how I that's how I de-stress these days. Walking, listening to music, and just really reflecting. So at the end of the night, I'll take the dog on a walk about 7:30, but last walk of the night, and I just reflect upon either the day or the week, and I'll have music playing through my earphones. And anyone who knows me, well, I always ask me where my headphones are if I don't have them on. So, yeah, music is therapy, and I truly believe if you listen to music, you know your head's in the right place. If you put that music down and music is your thing, then you're out of sorts for sure. Because a lot of people have said that to me and can relate. Like, I know when I'm in a bad place because I just don't listen to any music, even though I will give the advice. Put some sad songs on and cry, get it out. But will I take that advice myself? I'm very good at preaching advice, actually, but just not taking my own. But yeah, it's a definitely different kind of podcast. I just wanted just to get a little background on myself, really. And, you know, I guess life gets in the way and they just can't always make it. But that's okay. They're still willing to come and we're still willing to record. So we just wanted to put a bit of something light-hearted out there. And I hope you enjoyed getting to know us a little bit better. Thank you for listening.
If I'd asked you who Nooska was a year ago, I would not have had a clue. But I'm resilient, I'm a survivor, I ain't a victim no more.
Resilience Rising Podcast.